Okay, here's one thing you can do immediately to make your side control escapes so much better. I would advocate, if you're a white belt or a blue belt, if you find that you're getting stuck in the bottom of side control and you're spending a lot of energy and you're getting submitted a lot, just do this one thing that I'm going to show you. If you do this one thing, it's going to be so much harder to get submitted. You're going to manage your energy better. Life is going to be so much better. So of all the escapes you can do, just focus on this one thing and everything is going to get better. Now, after I show you this technique, if you find value in it, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. So here's the idea. So I'm on the bottom of side control. If my arm is isolated here, see this left arm is isolated, I'm in big trouble. This is really isolated on the other side of his head, because isolated limbs lead to submission. So he can really start moving to submit me with an arm bar perhaps here. Right, exactly. So I'm in trouble when my arm is here. My limb is isolated. If my arm is even here, it's still a little isolated between his arm and his head. He could take this arm and start to isolate that arm. Right. And I'm in trouble. Also, when my arm's over here, my neck is somewhat isolated. He could attack it with maybe a north-south choke here. Right. Exactly. Awesome. Also, this arm's a little isolated. He can move toward an arm bar for my inside arm as well. Exactly. Yes. So the simple thing I can do when I find myself on the bottom of side control is improve the position of this arm. If I can find a way to put it in his armpit here, now my limbs are not so isolated. My arms are protecting each other and they're protecting my neck. Obviously, it's harder for him to attack these arms, but even if he tries to north-south choke me here, yeah, look, I'm already protecting myself. My limbs are together. So here's the one simple thing. You're a white belt or blue belt. You find yourself in side control. Okay, now what I'm going to do. Before I do anything, I'm going to fix this hand. So let's say I'm in the very worst position over here. The first thing I'm going to do is control this arm here so we can only use one arm. And then I'm going to do some form of kazushi and try to quickly get my hand on the other side of his head. And then I'm going to stretch his head and neck out and find my hand into my position here. Now that I'm here, now I can take a breather if I wanted to, because I'm relatively safe from submission right now. And the beauty of this is I can still create an effective frame. I can still free my head and move toward my escape. So I advise all my white belts and blue belts, and I advise you, if you're in this position, fix that hand first, even before you start to escape. Fix that hand. You're going to get submitted much less. You're still going to be able to escape, and you're going to enjoy your jiu-jitsu that much more. Thank you.